Hello everyone, so now we are going to do one more project. So let me take the router. If you see here, I am taking this router 4331. We will say this is our company edge router. This is a small company network. I can give the name as a R1, and here we will have the layer 3 device also. We will have one layer 3 switch. So if you see, this is another device here we have, and then we will have one server also in our company, and we will have some devices. So we can say we have some department, they are working here, and we can put this one like different VLAN. So let me do here what we can say. I have here different department, okay, and I can take the printer also. I can connect the printer also. We can say this is a small company we have, and here I am using some PCs and some printers. So let's see here. I can take one here and one printer here. Like here you have this department, different department is having one printer, two machines. Here you have two machines, one printer. Okay, this is the scenario you have here. And we can say we have the different VLAN here. And I will differentiate here. I will put the different colors, so we can say this is different department. We can say that is a HR department, and this is a sales department, and you have one more here. This one we can say this is the which department. We can say we have HR, we have sale. Let me write here so we will remember. So this one I can say I will put this one is in the VLAN 10. Okay, and here we are going to use the subnet 192.168.10.0/24 VLAN 10, and name we will use anything. Let's take IT. Okay, this is the VLAN 10 for this green color, and here we will take this one for the VLAN 20. Here you will have the sales, and here this one we can say yellow color is VLAN 30, and here we can say HR. In this company they have three departments. You can change the name also if you want to give different name. Okay, and we will have one switch also, layer 2 switch here, and then we have, this is our small company network. We don't have redundancy here. Later we will use redundancy, but now this is a small company, we don't have any redundancy here. So just we are connecting here. See how I am connecting, because some guys are saying do slowly, they are freshers. So click this cable, click to the laptop, click to the switch, click to the printer, click to the switch, click to the laptop, click to the switch. Okay, and if you are feeling difficulty, you can move like this and check which cable you connected where. Okay, now I will do the same thing here also. This laptop also need to connect, and this printer also need to connect, and this one is also need to connect, and this switch will connect to the layer 3 switch, and this layer 3 switch will connect to our gateway or company router. Okay, and here I can say this is the switch 1. This one we can say this is a switch 2. Okay, and what else we can say here? We can take one more router, and we can say this is the internet router, means ISP router. Now we are using only one internet connection. Later we will take more also. This is a small company, so they don't need two. Actually they should take two for redundancy purpose, but now they don't need anything, they need only one. So this is the IP we are going to assign our site, and this is the IP we have at ISP site. This is like this. Okay, this is the scenario you have. If you want, I can keep this like this. Any confusion, any doubts here? This is the basic topology we are using, and here I can say in this layer 3 switch we can do the routing, and here I can use 1.1/24 IP schema. Here I will use 192.168.1.2/24. Okay, so let's see. This one we are going to assign here, this one we are going to assign to this layer 3 interface. In between here we will have trunk. Okay, here we will configure as a trunk, and here we need to configure. This is a DHCP server. So here we have DHCP server in the VLAN 1. If you want to put in any VLAN, then you need to change the native VLAN. So if you don't want to do any changes, put the DHCP server in the VLAN 1. Okay, I am using this IP schema here. If I am using this here, we are using here also, so we will have conflict. So here I can use different, or here we can change different. Let me use here 2, and here also 2. Okay, so now this one I am using here, and I will use like 10.1.2 here, and gateway for this server we can use like 192.168.1.1, and DNS we are using 8.8.8.8. Okay, so this is the configuration. Just we assign the IP address to DHCP server. After that I will go to the services. In the services I will click DHCP. I need to enable the DHCP, and we need to do the configuration here. So I will enable here, and this one is the default one, VLAN 1 we are using this one. So I will keep the VLAN 1 setting here. So I will say 1.1. This is a gateway for VLAN 1. If anyone is connected to VLAN 1, they will get this one as a gateway, and DNS will be 8.8.8, and this will be the starting IP. They will start the IP from 192.168.1.10, and this will be the subnet mask. And here we are not using WLC controller and TFTP, so this I will save. So this is a pool that is default one which we are using. I configure for VLAN 1. Now I need to configure for different VLAN. So here I will write, you can give any name here. I will give like VLAN 10, and here I will write 10.1 as a gateway for VLAN 10. And starting IP will be 192.168.10.10. Start from here, give this subnet mask, and all the thing remain same. And here you can click add. Done for VLAN 10. You can do for VLAN 20. Here you will change just 20, and all the thing will be same. Add. Now you need to go for VLAN 30. See here, okay, I done here mistake. Gateway I did not change, so gateway should be 20.1. So I edit here. Now I can save this. So I correct. You can see here, you can observe here whatever we are doing, you can see here. So this is for VLAN 1 default one, this is for VLAN 10, this is for VLAN 20. Now I need to do for VLAN 30. I will put VLAN 30 here. Here VLAN 30, start the IP from VLAN 30. This is a gateway for VLAN 30. This is a DNS for VLAN 30. And starting IP will be this one. So I will add. So we created the pool, DHCP pool for VLAN 1, 10, 20, 30. So here no need to do anything. This is enough. Later we will come back here if we needed anything. I will close this. So DHCP server configuration is done here. Now you can go to this switch. Okay, this is the access layer switch we are calling. You can write here like enable config T. Okay, first I will change the name of the switch. So if you want to change the name of the switch, you need to write the command host name. See here, because some fresher is also seeing this one. This is a switch. I access the CLI of the switch here, and you can see by default you will be in the user mode. You will write enable to go to the privilege mode. Then you will write config T, configure terminal we are calling. When you write this, you will go in the configuration mode, and if you want to do any configuration, you will do here. Okay, so host name I wrote. If you want to change the name of the device and whatever name you want to give, you can write and press enter. So the name is changed here. You can see before you have switch, now it is SW1. Now you need to do VLAN, so you will write VLAN 10, give name, whatever name we wrote, IT. How you will create the VLAN? You will write VLAN, then put the number and hit enter. After that you will go in the VLAN 10, you can write the name and whatever name you want to give, that's all. Then you want to create another VLAN, so you will write here VLAN 20, hit the enter, and then give the name, whatever name you want to give. If you want to give the sale, you will write here sale, hit the enter. Then if you want to create the VLAN 30, write VLAN 30 and hit the enter, write name, what name you have, HR. So you created the VLAN. If you want to check, you can write do show VLAN brief. You can see we created this VLAN here, but these ports are, all ports are in VLAN 1. So now you need to check for, this is a VLAN 10, so this port you need to check. This is F0 by 2, this is F0 by 3. How I am checking? You see here this one. Okay, let me repeat, F0 by 2, this one. Here you need to see, and here you check, this is F0 by 3, here you can see. Then this one F0 by 4. So you have 2, 3, 4. So 4 you have, so you can use the range command to select multiple interface. So how you will write? You will write interface range F0 by 2-4. You have 2-4, right? First one is 2, then 3, then 4. So I am selecting this 3 interface same time. Why I am selecting this 3 interface? Because I need to put this interface in VLAN 10. If you don't know, if you are feeling difficulty, watch our old videos. We give more detail there also. In our YouTube channel also you can see. So see here, first we created the VLAN. I need to move this port 2, 3, 4 in the VLAN 10 here. So I am selecting the interface. I am writing interface range F0 by 2-4, means it will select F0 by 2, then F0 by 3, then F0 by 4. They will select this interface. I go under that interface. Then we write switch port mode axis. I will make this port as a axis. Then after that I will move this port, switch port axis, which VLAN? VLAN 10. So I move this port in VLAN 10 here. So this go in the VLAN 10 now. Okay, now you need to do the same thing for this one, and you need to move this 3 port in VLAN 20. So you can go here, see F0 by 5, F0 by 6, F0 by 7. So now you can go here and you can write here interface range F0 by, what you have, 5-7 I think. Check again, F0 by 5, 6, 7. Okay, 5, 6, 7. So F0 by 5, 6, 7 you selected here. Now press enter, so you will go under this interface. Same time you go here. Now you can write switch port mode axis to move this port in, make this port as an axis port. Then switch port axis, which VLAN? VLAN 20. You move this port in VLAN 20. Same thing you need to do here. This one you can check F0 by 8, F0 by 9, and here F0 by 10. 8, 9, 10. So you can go here in this switch and write interface range F0 by 8-10. So you will select this interface. Then write switch port mode axis, switch port axis, which VLAN? This is VLAN 30. Okay, you move that port, that's all. and you need to make this port as a trunk, because here you configure the DHCP and all the VLAN is going to get the IP from this link, so this should be trunk. And the other link, which one we can say, this one, the one which is connecting to this switch, the F0/11, this also we need to configure trunk because it is going to connect to other switch. So you need to configure two port as a trunk. One is F0/1, another is F0/11. Trunk is going to carry the multiple VLAN traffic. When you are connecting two switches, you need to configure the link as a trunk. Okay, so you write interface range F0/1, give space, write this one and write F0/11. Okay, you selected these two interface now. Which one? One is F0/1, one is F0/11. Here you can make as a trunk, you write switch port mode trunk. With this command you make as a trunk. With this command you make these two interface as a trunk. You can check. How you can check? You can write show interface trunk and press enter. And see here, this two port you configure as a trunk, F0/1, F0/11. And you can see here this VLAN allowed. All the VLAN is allowed from 1 to 1005. Currently you have VLAN 1, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 here. Okay, and you can save the configuration. Switch configuration here you finish. Now you can go to the PC, click to the desktop, click to IP config, click here and check you are getting the IP or not here. Okay, you need to check. You will not get. Why you will not get? Because we need to do the inter VLAN. Until that one you will not get the IP. So you are getting from APIPA. Okay, so we need to do the inter VLAN. So how we will do? We need to go to first this switch, layer 3 switch, because we are going to do the inter VLAN in the layer 3 switch. Here also you need to write first to no and then change the name. Go in the from user mode, you will go to the privilege mode by writing EN. Then you will write the config T to go to the global configuration mode. With the host name you will change the name of the device. Then here you will create the VLAN. You have VLAN 10. Give the name IT. Same thing you will do. VLAN 20. Give the name whatever name you have there, sales. And then you will create the VLAN 30 and give the name, what name you have, VLAN 30 HR. So you created the VLAN here. Okay, and here also you can configure the port F0/1 as a trunk. This port automatically it will become trunk when you make the trunk here. Automatically, because of DTP, this one is also going to become trunk. But anyhow, as Cisco recommend to do manually, we will do the trunk. And here we are going to use this command. If you are using the layer 3 switch, then you need to put this first, then this, to make the interface as a trunk. If you want, you can write show VLAN brief. So first I created this 3 VLAN. Now if you want to check interface we configure as a trunk or not, write do show interface trunk and check here. We configure this interface as a trunk by using the on mode, and we are using 802.1q trunking protocol. And this VLANs we are having, and total VLAN, all VLANs allow here. Now what I can do, I can go to this interface also, this F0/2, okay, and I can assign the IP here because we are going to connect that interface to the router. So you cannot assign IP directly, you need to write no switch port, then only you can assign the IP, because this is a switch. So you will assign, you will write IP address, whatever we wrote here, 192.168.2.1, give space 255.255.255.0, and you will write here no shut. And here what you will do, you need to write IP routing because we are going to do routing also here. So I wrote IP routing here in this switch. And here we need to configure the inter VLAN. So I will write here interface VLAN 1. I will go under that VLAN, I will write IP address. What IP I am going to write here? The gateway whatever we set in our DHCP server, that IP we need to put here. Okay, so see here I assign this one, I am here in the VLAN 1. If you check here what we give the gateway here for VLAN 1, this is the default gateway. So I need to put this inside the switch here. when you are doing inter VLAN, you need to go under the VLAN 1 and assign this IP. Same thing for VLAN 10, you need to assign this IP, VLAN 20 this one, VLAN 30 this one. Whatever default gateway you use in the DHCP server, you will put here. So this one we done for VLAN 1. Okay, now I will do for other VLANs. So we need to write interface. INT is interface VLAN 10. Okay, write IP address 192.168.10.1, give space 255.255.255.0 and write no shut. Okay, then interface VLAN 20 and you will write here IP address 192.168.20.1, give space 255.255.255.0 and you will write no shut. So you done for VLAN 20 also. You will write VLAN 30 interface VLAN 30, then assign the IP address 192.168.30.1, give space 255.255.255.0 and you will write no shut here. Okay, so we done here. If you want to save, you can save here. And now we need to enable the routing also here. Because why we need routing? Because we need to send all the traffic whatever we are having here to this router. Okay, and here we need to configure the NAT pad so they can access the internet from here. So we need default route here and we need one default route here, and here we need to enable some routing protocol. So we will do now. So what I will do here, I can use the OSPF here. So I need to enable the OSPF in VLAN also. So first I will write router OSPF 1 network. I need to write the network ID. So I will put for VLAN 10. First we are using that one, and wildcard mask and area 0 we are using. Then for VLAN 10 also same thing. Then you need to do for VLAN 20 also, you need to enable for VLAN 20. Then VLAN 30 you need to do here, and you need to put your interface also. What is your interface? This one 2.0. So here we will go and we will put here 2.0. Okay, so you enable the OSPF under the 3 VLAN, whatever VLAN we have, and we enable under this interface also. Default route we will get from the OSPF from here. If you configure the OSPF and you have default route going towards here, that default route we can send here by writing the default information originate command. If you don't have the default route here, then you can use default information always command. So he will send also default route, but now as we are sending here the default route, we are configuring the default route in this router. So directly we can write default information originate. So you will have the default route here. Why you need default route here? You need to remember, because here if these guys, whatever this VLAN guys is trying to access internet, maybe Facebook, any server here, this routing, in this routing table you don't have that one. So if you don't have that one, then you need to forward to your router here. Then you need the default route, then only they will forward here. And in this routing table also you don't have that entry, so he will forward to the ISP. ISP know that one, so ISP will forward to that particular router or the server wherever they need to send there. Okay, so let me save the configuration here, and meanwhile we can check now we are getting the IP or not here. I will go, I will click here, I will click the DHCP and I will check I am getting the IP address or not here. Yeah, still we are not getting, so we need to check and we need to do the troubleshooting if you are not getting. Okay, and here still we are not getting. We are in which VLAN? We are in the VLAN. Here we configure trunk also, right? Let's check we done the trunk or not. Show VLAN brief. We have all the VLAN here, and we are in the VLAN 10. This is also okay. We have all the interface are in the VLAN. If you see these 3 interface in VLAN 10, okay, and you have trunk also. Show interface trunk. You configure this one also trunk, that one also trunk, and here also we done the everything okay. Here inter VLAN also we done. Here if you check what we have here, show IP interface brief, just to verify. Here we have the interface is also up, and we enable the routing also. IP routing command also we wrote here. IP routing, we done that one. Show run I can write just to check that one. I wrote IP routing also here. Okay, we will see, no problem. One by one we will see why we are not getting or what is the issue. Here I can go and check here also. Let's see. DHCP server is failed. So maybe DHCP server we on or not. The DHCP server is on here, and we configure the, this is in the VLAN 1. Okay, and gateway also we configure here 1.1 I think. If we check 1.1 gateway is also configured for VLAN 1. This guy is also VLAN 1. This interface is also trunk, and this also trunk. So let's see what issue we will have. We need to figure out. Okay, so we will see here, and I remember we need to put the IP helper command also, because here in between the DHCP server we have the layer 3 device. That's why you are not getting the IP, you are getting this error. So you need to put the IP helper command. So what you will do here, example, you will go under the interface, whatever interface you have, and you need to put the IP helper command. So we can go under the all VLANs here, interface VLAN 1, and you will write IP helper address, and you will put the IP address of the this server. What IP we have for this server, you can see this server is having the IP here 1.2. okay, so I put here IP helper command 1.2. same thing I need to do. I will write interface VLAN 10, and then I will put the IP helper command here also. Then I will write interface VLAN 20. I will put the IP helper command here. Okay, then VLAN 30, I will put the IP helper command. You need to put, because you are having the layer 3 device in between DHCP server and the client. This is a layer 3 device, so it will drop the broadcast packet. So we enable now. Let's go and check here. Yeah, see, now you are getting the IP. When we enable the IP helper command, you are getting the IP. You can see here 10.11, and this is a subnet mask, this is a gateway, and this is a default DNS you are getting. So you go here and see, here also you are getting. If you go here and go here and click this and check, you are getting the default gateway here also. Same thing if you go here and click the DHCP, you will get the IP from the DHCP. Okay, automatically you will get the IP. You get this IP, this is a gateway, this is subnet mask. Okay, let's go to another device and check here. Here I will click, you will get the IP. Okay, and then you will check here also you are having the IP. Here you can click configuration, click the DHCP, you will get the IP 30.1, and here you will go, you will click, you will get the IP. So all the devices is getting the IP. So now let's go to the router and do the configuration here. So router configuration is simple. Just you will write here no, then enable config t host name R1. Okay, and then assign the IP interface. What interface you have? G0 by 0 by 1. You write IP address, you have 200.1.1.1, give space 255.255.255.0, and you write no shut here, and you need to create the default routes towards the ISP. So you will do here also default route, and you will put 200.1.1.2. okay, I configure the default route also there. I have another interface G0 by 0 by 0 which is connecting towards our LAN, and this IP I need to assign. So I will write here IP address 192.168.2.2, give space 255.255.0, and write no shut here. Okay, and here what we can do, we can write here router OSPF1. Only you need to advertise single interface, this interface, not this interface. This is going towards the ISP, only here this one. So you will write here network 192.168.2.0 wildcard mask area, we are using 0, and we will write default information. If you press question mark here, we have originate, Okay, default information originate, and what else? That's all. Press enter. So automatically default route from here you will get here. And you need to configure here NAT and PAT you need to configure, and default route we done, so we will do that one. NAT we need to do, but before that one I will come here I will assign the IP to this router interface. So let me go here. This is ISP router. I can say enable config T host name as ISP router, and here I can write interface G0 by 0 by 0. I will assign the IP address whatever we have here. If you see this 200, so I will write here 200.1.1.2, give space 255.255.255.0 and write no shut here. And if you want to create like loopback, any interface like loopback 0, and you will say this one is the internet in this lab, and we can assign 8.8.8 IP to that one. Okay, this is the ISP configuration, basic configuration. But here you need to select the traffic here, okay, and you need to apply the NAT here. So you have the method, different method. So first I will write here access list. Okay, I can use here 10 permit 10 or any number I can give, permit 192.168.10.0 0.0.0.255. I selected this one. I will select the other one also 2. Okay, and I selected another also like 3. Okay, so I selected the 3 VLAN traffic here. In access list 1 I selected this one. Okay, here see here I selected the traffic in the access list 1 for VLAN 10, 20, 30. Now we will do the configuration NAT. To do the NAT you will write IP NAT inside, because our traffic will go inside, and source we will give the access list number. So we have the source list as 1, and interface I will write interface which is going towards ISP, this one G0 by 0 by 1, and you need to write overload, okay, because we are doing the PAT configuration. Then you write interface G0 by 0 by 1. Okay, you will write here IP NAT outside, because this one is outside, because traffic will go out here. So you write IP NAT outside, then you write interface G0 by 0 by 0 by 0 IP NAT inside. Okay, so here you need to define here. So what you will do, you will say traffic, our traffic is going out with this interface. So you will write here IP NAT outside. Our traffic is going into the router with this interface. So you will go under that interface and you will write here IP NAT inside. That's all. This is finished. Done our configuration. Select the traffic, write IP NAT inside source list 1, and then interface, and which interface you are facing towards the ISP, you will use that one. And now if you go here also and check you have the default route or not, you can write show IP route here. You see you get the default route from the OSPF. So you have everything here, and here I will save the configuration, because I am going to share this lab, this project in our Telegram channel. So if you did not join our Telegram channel, you can join. So you will get this lab file there also. I save here. Let me save everything. I save here also, I think whatever we done, but anyhow let me save. And now you can check, you can talk. Here you have, you can try to access like ping 8.8.8.8. okay, so traffic will come here, it will go here, it will accessible here. Here we created the loopback, and we are saying here we created one loopback. If you see here we created one loopback, and we told this is a Google server. Okay, Google server we are calling, and we are giving that IP as 8.8.8 we are giving this one. Okay, and if you want to enable here the HTTP services also, I think you can do here IP HTTP here, IP HTTP service HTTP. Okay, maybe it is not supporting here. I can put enable password ABC. I will write line VTY024 login. Okay, I did not set the password, just I am enabling the telnet here. Okay, no need. Now our lab is finished already. Whatever we done till now, that is okay, but I am putting some more extra thing here. I am trying to do that one. So let's see here. If I write IP services, I am checking if I can enable some services here, HTTP service in this router. If I can enable, I will enable that one. So here it is not showing, so maybe I don't have that one. Okay, in this router we cannot enable. If I write here HTTP without that one, let's see. No, it is not recognized. So maybe in this router I cannot enable, because there is one option we can enable also HTTP. No problem. Here you see you don't have any service here. If you see here, if I write IP then HTTP, you cannot see here. So this router is not supporting. No worries. If you want to connect anything, you can connect and you can test also. Example, you want to test. So you want to connect here, maybe here we can say like here you have 8.8.8.1 here. Okay, and you have some server, you can say this is the server. This one we can say this is a Google server. Okay, Google, you have here 8.8.8.8. so you can assign the IP here, go here 8.8.8.8 and this one, and here you can write 8.8.8.1 this IP. DNS no need, like this you can do also. Here you can connect and you can remove the loopback here. Here I write no interface loopback 0. Okay, no interface loopback 0. I remove the loopback. Now I need to assign this IP to this interface. Okay, so I will write interface G0/0/1. I will write here IP address 8.8.8.1, give space 255.0.0.0. That's all. Save the configuration, exit this one, save the configuration. Now you can try to access the services. You are pinging destination host unreachable here. Why it is unreachable? We did not configure here. We forget to write no shut here. Let's go to that interface G0/0/1. Write here no shut. Okay, save the configuration. Now this interface go up. You can do fast forward and go here and try to ping the 8.8.8 and check you are reachable or not. In this server we assign 8.8.8. okay, you are reachable. Now you can go to the web browser and type here www.8.8. or google.com, but we are not using DNS, so just type here 8.8.8 and you can see you are accessing the server, whatever server is available here. Okay, so this is our small company project. You can say this is a small company where you have the 3 VLAN. They don't have redundancy here. This is a small. If this switch broken, you will lose the connectivity. If this router is broken, you will lose the connectivity. If this ISP is down, you will lose the connectivity. So this is not a good design, but a starting company can use this one. Later we need to upgrade this. We need to upgrade this architecture, infrastructure we need to upgrade. So you can use at least 2-layer or 3-layer architecture. So anyhow, you can start doing this lab or projects. Later I will show you how we can take the redundancy in this network. Okay, if you have any question, write in the comments. You can WhatsApp us and you can join our Telegram channel. We are going to share this topology there. Thank you. Bye.